Welcome back, everyone, to the Atomic Islands, where we are looking back at the little forest island that we enlarged for the oxygen build. And there's our visitor center over there at the edge of those woods. And today we are here at this island to represent carbon. And the first thing I want to do is to enlarge this area here, because the idea here is to have a large field here where we will do planting, and we're going to represent carbon with a farm. So we are going to create a large farm with many crops, and I'm probably also going to see if I could get a couple animals that are over there over here, breed them up so that we could have a farm of all types, because animals as well as plants, of course, are composed of carbon. Well, I have already largely increased the size of the area in the dirt here. I still have a bit more to do before I'm going to call everything ready. The idea is to replace quite a bit of sand with dirt, because I want to be able to have as much of this area farmable as possible, and figure that the sand will only be along the shore where the beach is located. I'm going to divide this farm into 4 sections. The first section will be on the shore, where I will have sugar cane. Since I often have sand on the shores here, since I don't have enough dirt, in fact I've run out of it in getting done what I've done so far. So therefore, of course, since sugar cane is the only thing that grows on sand, I'll put that along the shore. Up here I will have the pumpkins, and usually I don't have as many pumpkins as anything else, so a smaller area is fine for that. Up here I will place mixed vegetables, so therefore we'll have carrots, potatoes, and beets will go over here. And up here will be wheat. Yes, all wheat. I know that if you want optimal growth and stuff like that, you try to alternate crops and such, but I'm not trying to have the most efficient farm in the world here. I'm trying to have something that looks like a farm, and to me, a large area of grain represents what I think of when I think of a wheat farm. Now, as for the trees, I will eventually locate them to where I think will be optimal locations for them, so they won't interfere with the farm, but they'll still be around. And while I'm not going to have near as many trees that I have over there at the auction area, trees are, of course, still a type of plant. And as I said before, I will be bringing in some animals here on top of that. And that should make a nice farm area. So let's begin with our pumpkin area. And the first thing I want to do, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to think of the best way to lay this out. Where to put the water trench. Let's place a water trench right here, so that we could have a place for, and that issue's still a thing, huh? Alright, well, I picked up a few pieces of dirt on it. I could widen up the area now that I have a little bit more dirt, but what I want to do is see if I can seeing if updating the block helps this any. So if I do that, yeah, now it fills in. Alright, good. So I have to be careful where I handle that. good, because I certainly don't want to waste dirt, since that's a hard to get resource in this area. And we'll just put that all there. Put this here, and I think though if I choose something next to the shore, it works without any trouble. Yeah, because that fills in immediately. So that's the trick I need to remember. And that's where I'm putting the vegetable garden. Well, I'll put a trench there for the vegetable garden also. But of course my intention was to start the pumpkin farm. Since the pumpkins are the things, I only have one pumpkin. And I would like to start getting that grown so I can start getting some pumpkin pie, because I've got plenty of sugar, or at least I will soon enough. So that won't be any problem. So I have plenty of sugar. Good. And good. And getting eggs, well, I'll just have to see about getting enough chickens. If I bring in chickens out over here, I'll eventually have plenty of eggs. And then sugar chase. So all I need to do is to grow some pumpkins. And that means to do some hoeing. Now, unfortunately, I only have one pumpkin. That's not a pumpkin. That's a pumpkin. 4 pumpkin seeds. Good. And here are my first pumpkins. Good. And then that will probably force the pumpkins to grow right there. Here we have another one. Where can I grow a second? Okay, let's put a second row of pumpkins right here. So that'll assume to grow here. And then that means a third row of pumpkins can go. I'll see if that's close enough. If it's not close enough, then I will probably place it there and put a water stream right there if necessary. It looks like it's hydrating, so that's good. But that'll take time for those pumpkins to grow, unless, of course, I've got bone meal, which I don't have. Now, do I have any other types of seeds with me? I've got wheat seeds, so I could grow the wheat next. And I'm going to have to go and search for some seeds and some other things. But that probably means going to a village or something. This is going to be a long-term plan, apparently, because I certainly can't finish it until I have all the seeds that I need. But let's see. I think this would be a good place to start the wheat farm, and it'll progressively grow as we go along. Now, I don't want... Or do I? I was wondering whether or not I would want any stone down there, but I think it wouldn't be too much of a problem. No, I want that. I don't need that. Alright, good. So let's fill that in. Then we can create a nice wheat crop, which will then be the third component. So I need to find those other crops. I have to go and check my other locations and see if any of them have any of those. Well, I may have found some stuff inside the that mine area, and that abandoned mine. That's probably the most likely place where I would have found something like that. So I'm going to have to do some searching on this, because right now all I have are 11 seeds. Well, of course, this is going to go because I'm going to have much more. So I will probably, before long, have a large amount of seeds over there. It appears that this turtle is claiming this farmland for its own. it'll slowly make its way all through my fields. But I did get some more seeds. I got 4 pumpkin seeds. Yeah, that's going to add variety to my farming. Right. Not much in the way of variety added there, but a little bit more. But I do also have 2 beetroot seeds. I'm going to obviously have to find a little bit more variety in the end, but that'll do. Yeah. I hope you don't eat fledgling plants. Yes, that's all I've got for now. Well, I guess I'm going to just have to wait for this to all grow up, and as I do that, find a place for the visitor center, since I will also have to figure out a place for that. And there I want a 5x5 area that's on reasonably stable ground. I could cut the size of this area here, add it to there, and that this could make a nice area for it. Yeah, we'll do that. I have a foundation for my tower. So of course that's just the beginning of it. But more importantly, I also have my first pumpkin. And how long did it take? Long enough for that turtle to move all the way across the land. That's how long it took. But of course, while I would love to have some pumpkin pie, I think it's more important that I replant right now. So that we'll have more in the future. Beets! We're getting close to my first crop. I think that has one more stage to go. And I have gotten a little bit of wheat so far and did some replanting, and the sugarcane is coming along fine. I managed to bring a couple of sheep over. And we've got 1 lamb here, so we can start to grow the population. And the pumpkins have come through. A number of pumpkins came through, and I've got all the ones planted that I want to plant, so that means I can finally make some pumpkin pie. There you go for that. Good. And we also have some beets here. I'm wondering, do chickens like beet seeds? Well, I'm going to find out in a moment, because I'm going to have a lot more beet seeds than wheat seeds in them right now. Let's see, let me take care of that, and then I'll go over and see if I can get a pair of chickens. Yeah, 12 beet seeds, that should be plenty for that. And when I get back, I can make some pumpkin pie. I'm now keeping my boat here because that turtle got stuck in my boat a while back, so I have to keep careful around there. Oh yes, so there's the visitor center there. That's getting pretty close to finished. But let's see, chickens. I know there are a few on this island, so I want to see if I could get one into the boat. I'm wondering if I should bring some cattle across also, or I should just leave it at chickens and sheep. Let's see. We've got sheep. I have 12 eggs, but 12 eggs is not the most... Eggs aren't the most efficient way to get... Oh. Alright, now let's see. Hey, do you like... Hey. Alright, how about wheat seeds? What do you think about those? You're not in the mood for either of them, are you? Oh, okay. Oh, you are in the mood for either one. Oh, first of all, let me grab that flower. Now I could... Alright, now, what about this? Okay, good. You do like beet seeds then. Good. Because I don't have much in the way of other seeds. At least this worked with the sheep, so let's see. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, yeah, over to here. And that means that will give us our first chicken. I figured getting a pair of chickens over, then we could breed them without going through the egg lottery. And the other reason why I don't want to go through the egg lottery, of course, is since I'm bringing them over for pumpkin pie, going through the egg lottery will require me to postpone getting pumpkin pie. Well, I can't have that, right? Let's see, we need one more chicken. I'm pretty sure there are more chickens around here, aren't there? If not, we will have to go to the egg lottery and hope I don't lose completely. Let's see. Ooh, chicken! That's a sheep. Oh, chicken! That's a rather blank area in the woods. Oh, I didn't bring any saplings with me. Ah, too bad. Now, chickens. Is there only one on here? Well, if that's the case, then it's egg lottery time. Ah, a second chicken. There you go. This way. This way? And... well, this is going to take a while, especially since... where's my boat? I have managed to get back here. Here you go, and here you go. To find each other. Alright. Soon we should have several chickens and enough to start laying a good number of eggs. So we've got our sheep and we have our chickens. That should be good. And before long we should have... well, actually we can have pumpkin pie now because that means I don't have to use these eggs I have for creating chickens. Instead, I could get pumpkin pie. What do I need? I need sugar cane, eggs. How many eggs do I have? Are the eggs here or are they in the other place? They're in the... I haven't gotten around to moving those other chests over to here yet, which is going to be the next thing I need to do. As well as I also have some highlights that still... I don't have the fence posts up. And yeah, here we go. She might as well grab some of those. And an extra one of those. Actually, what do we need? Do I have everything I need in here? I've got 15 pumpkins? Oh, 13 eggs. That will be the determining factor. And after all, I have been wanting to do this for a while because if anyone remembers my Temple of Elemental Pine series, I made sure I had... yeah, they're just popping up all over the place. Now let's see how this looks on a map. Ah, it has a perfect shot of that island. Ah, I'm going to have to do something with that island, aren't I? Oh, beautiful map of that island. Oh, well. I came over to check out the island that was on the map, and look what I found. There's a ship down there. I know what I'm doing next episode. I don't have time on this episode. It also has 2 turtles here. Unfortunately, I cannot think of any elements that would be appropriate for a turtle farm, which would be nice if I were able to think of something like that. Because then I could start a turtle farm and call that one a build. So now I guess I could start a turtle farm and make it an unofficial build. That's always possible. The pumpkin patch is outside the map, so what I'll do is I'll bring in a second map. Let's see what's on here. Well, I'll probably have to live with that little bit of the fiasco. But let's see what it looks like when I combine the 2 maps. But looks like I managed to do this build in a location that's right on the boundary of several different areas. Now the question is, if I zoomed out, would it make things better or worse? Well, that I'll have to go and find out. I think this map includes all of the important stuff. All the fields are there, and we're just missing a little bit on the side there, but I don't think that's important enough to worry about. And of course the visitor center right here. So I will go with this, but next time we are going to have to head down a little bit to the southeast, where we are going to check out a sunken ship. But for now, we are done with this build. Yes, we have some more crops to grow, but I think that's enough. Here we go. Element 6C, carbon 12.011. And that is our 4th element that we've completed. But we've only got 114 to go. Oh, wee! Yeah, we'll take a break and look at a ship in the next episode of the Elemental Islands.